I'm absolutely delighted to be here today to chair this fantastic event, the launch of the North Wales Young Carers ID card, which this event is entirely about recognising what you as young carers do. I know we're so fortunate to have so many young carers with us tonight to recognise what you do and to launch a scheme that you've been centrally involved with to actually make sure it's helpful to you in actually carrying on and with your caring role and actually managing all the different challenges that you have in your lives. So I'd like to welcome everybody. As I said, we've got some very distinguished guests, some councillor colleagues, and the Deputy Minister, I hope, is with us. But you're all too numerous to mention, so I can't.
Yes, I am here.
Hello, Mrs. Morgan. Ms. Morgan, yeah. Good to see you. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce two of our young carers, Hannah and Bethan, please.
Welcome, my name is Hannah and I'm a young carer. Thank you for being here tonight for the Young Carers Action Day and supporting the launch of the Young Carers ID card.
Thank you, Hannah. Bethan?
Helo, fe enw I ydi Bethan Jones a rydw i'n rhan o teulu a tîm anhygoel sydd wedi helpu fi dod yn fwy hyderus yn fy hun a siarad am fy rhôl fel gofalwr ifanc. Rydw i wedi bod yn gofalu i fy nheulu ers blynyddoedd nawr, ac mae ffrindiau rwyf wedi cael ohonynt yn y grŵp yma yn wneud i'n teimlo bod dwi'n rhan o rhywbeth arbennig. Rydyn ni wedi bod yn gweithio'n galed i wneud heddiw digwydd, felly diolch i gyd am ymuno hefo ni, a rwy'n gobeithio cewch dysgu mwy amdan be mae pob gofalwyr ifanc yn wneud a be da ni'n wneud i helpu pawb. Diolch.
Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much both. I'm just going to talk a little about the background of the ID card from a Flintshire perspective. And just wanted to sort of highlight some issues. This is a bilingual event, as we just heard, and speakers in the audience are welcome to participate in your chosen language. We'll be recording the event and sharing it afterwards. It's really fantastic to have the commitment of Welsh Government and the Deputy Minister, Julie Morgan, who's joined us today. Very conscious of your time and very grateful for your support in this scheme, and I'm glad that you've joined us today. The National ID card will help every young carer to be recognised for the amazing work that you do. And as I've already said, it's important that you mould this card and the app and the other things that we'll hear about to actually make it work for you. In Flintshire, we've been able to sort of draw on the experience that we had previously with an existing, what we called an A2A card a while ago, which helped us inform the development. Some of it worked well and some of it could have worked better. So we've listened to what young carers have said, and we want to make sure we use that in raising awareness amongst us as professionals, amongst teachers, amongst doctors, around people that run pharmacies and chemists. In North Wales, it's been fantastic to say that we've taken a really unique approach around this. We've worked together as a region, all 6 counties, BCU, and on the carers organisations have worked fantastically well to actually involve young carers in making this a card that works. And after tonight, this is the launch of an awareness event to make sure that it's this card and the app and the other elements that are with it are recognised across North Wales, and really will be a first, a really significant step forward as a region. It's designed to be able to show to professionals, such as your teacher, such as your doctor, a receptionist, or a pharmacist, as I've said, to actually recognise the really difficult role that young carers have, and to prompt a conversation about it so that we can offer better support and help a young carer make absolute reasonable allowances for them. If there's a problem, I really understand the problem of being late for a particular appointment. Because obviously the caring responsibilities are so great that that's going to be inevitable. So on this special day, we want to celebrate the launch of this card for North Wales, and make it the start of, as I've said, a collective awareness campaign for the card. There's some really good social media events today we were talking about earlier, and we've got some celebrity endorsements, I think they call them, later on. Some A-list Welsh celebrities, really, to help spread the word about the fantastic job that young carers do, and this scheme as a support for you. So we have a great programme for you tonight. But as I've said, the best place to start is with young carers yourself, and I'm going to pass over to Nia at this point.
Hello, thank you for joining us today. It's lovely to have you here. My name is Nia, I'm 10 and I'm a young carer from Buckley. Being a young carer is a big part of my life and is a big responsibility. And being a part of Newcis Young Carers is really important to me. My young carers meetings are a special time that is just for me. I get to make new friends with other children who have similar responsibilities and stresses to me. We get to just forget about them for a bit and just have fun. We have so much fun doing quizzes, object hunts, baking and show and tells. The meetings make me feel happy. I really enjoy them. Being a part of Newcis Young Carers makes me feel valued. Thank you, Newcis.
Well done, Nia. Fantastic, and really good to hear your experience. That was really powerful. Faith is next. Is that right, Faith?
Hi everyone, I'm Faith and I'm 14 years old. I've actually been a young carer for 6 to 7 years. However, I've had the responsibility for young care for as long as I can remember. I'm going to talk about my experience during lockdown. So I've had a mixed experience with going to get shopping, online school all day and my caring responsibilities. Sometimes it's just been like any other weekend or day. So mine is going out, it's just been normal. Unfortunately, not every day has been the same, especially since I started online school. It can be difficult to juggle my school life with my home life, more so when they're at the same place. School has always been a place to get away and just be me. However, now lockdown has struck, I don't have a place I can go and talk to my friends or even just concentrate on something else. While I'm at home, I feel as if I need to do what I'd normally do at home and be a young carer, but I can't because I'm technically still in school. So lastly, many young carers have many different stories and experiences from during lockdown. Everyone is different and this is just how I've been finding it. So thank you all for listening and I hope you enjoy your evening here and learn more about everything the rest of the evening has in store for you. Thank you.
Thank you again, that's marvellous. It's not easy getting your experience over like this, and you know, so all credit to all of you, doing a fantastic job. Josh, I think you're next. All right.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi.
Hello, my name is Joshua, and I've been involved in the Young Carers ID card. And in my opinion, I have really loved doing this project that will help loads of different people with different thoughts and needs. Within the whole experience, we have covered what we want the ID card to look like, what we wanted for the colour schemes, and where we wanted to put the logos. We also discussed what we wanted on the back of the cards. When I got chosen to be a representative for the Young Carers ID card, I was excited to help bring ideas to the meetings. With the ID cards being a joint project, I have really enjoyed meeting new people, hearing and listening to other people's ideas. I have really enjoyed taking part in all this project. My most favourite part is where we were all discussing the ID card itself and what we wanted on there. What I would take away from experience is that just from loads of ideas can form something amazing and joyful.
Oh, thank you, Josh. Well said again. Fantastic. Some really profound words there, and you know, you might have a future in design and technology. You know, all that creativity that you mentioned in terms of the card. But well, thank you ever so much. Finally, Fionn. Is that right? Fionn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aye.
Dwi'n
Great.
really ofnus, os dwi'n siarad yn gyflym, mae'n drwg gen i, neu os dwi'n deud rhywbeth yn anghywir, sorry. Ond helo, fe'n yw Fion, rwy'n 13 ac dwi'n ofalwr ifanc i fy mam. Yn ystod y cyfnod clo yma, mae bywyd wedi bod yn anodd iawn a dwi'n meddwl dwi'n siarad dros pob ofalwr ifanc pan dwi'n deud hynny. Mae yna o hyd sialens newydd pob dydd. Yn sôn am hyn, mae pawb wedi cael profiad gwahanol yn ystod yr amser galed yma, ond cyn belled ag y mae fy mhrofiad i yn mynd, rwy'n gwybod fy mod i wedi cael dipyn o trafferth yn ddelio gyda'r newidiadau i gyd, yn enwedig ysgol a gorfod rheoli fy amser. Llawer i wneud, ond ddim ddigon o amser i wneud o. Ond un peth dwi wedi cael llawer o hwyl yn wneud yw y prosiect ID card yma. Mae cael y siawns i bod yn rhan o dylunio a creu hyn yn siawns ella rwyf byth yn mynd i cael eto. Mae'r pobl yn arbennig ac yn hwyl i gweithio gyda. Mae pawb gyda llawer o syniadau gwych. Mae pawb wedi bod yn cymryd rhan. Ond ar yr ochr proses o hyn, mae pethau ddim wedi bod yn hawdd. Roedd angen iddyn ni wneud yn siŵr fod pawb yn hapus a neb yn teimlo fel yr oedden nhw'n cael ei adael allan. Mae amser hefyd yn bryn ac roedd rhaid strai syniadau ddim yn posib. Roedd llawer o ddadlau ar y gwahanol manylion ar y cerdyn, fel y lliwiau, y logos, lliw yr ysgrifennu, siap y design, sut roeddwn ni'n mynd i rhannu'r gwybodaeth a sut roeddwn ni'n mynd i deud wrth pawb, a llawer mwy. Ond yn y diwedd, wnaethon ni gorffen. I ddeud y gwir, mae popeth wedi bod yn hwylus iawn a dwi'n edrych ymlaen at rhannu y cerdyn gyda pawb. Bydd o'n help mawr i gyd o'r ofalwyr ifanc ac bydd o'n newid rhai bethau am byth. Mae'n arbennig iawn. Dwi'n gobeithio fod pawb yn mynd i dysgu rhywbeth am pawb heddiw ac mae'n rhoi mwy o gwybodaeth i pawb, felly diolch.
Diolch yn fawr. Thank you. Fantastic, Fion. Honestly, it's been 4 fantastic little speeches there, contributions about your experiences and your actual the actual role in terms of developing the card and what it means and how it's helped, and just fantastic to hear those. I know our Deputy Minister wanted to hear those, and I'm very grateful again, Ms Morgan, for you joining us tonight. And could I just pass over to you to make some comments, please?
Diolch, and prynawn da, and diolch am fy nhwhaddoedd i'r digwyddiad heddiw. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. I'm absolutely delighted, and I'm so pleased I was able to hear what those inspirational young carers said. And I know that it's great to be here actually at the launch of the brand new Young Carers ID card, which will be available across North Wales for young carers. And I know that a lot of thought, effort and input has gone into this from the young carers and the local authorities and their commission service partners. And to make this card a reality, I know has taken so much work. Now, to me, as the Deputy Minister for Health and Social Services, addressing the needs of carers in Wales is an absolute key priority for me. And this means helping all carers, including young carers and young adult carers. And I know that the current pandemic has had a huge impact on all of us, but particularly so for carers. And I often think of young carers trying to balance caring with their schoolwork, their work at home, trying to learn online during a national lockdown, having problems, you know, where we've heard about it, trying to collect medications, and sometimes just being criticised by adults for being out of the house during a lockdown, which shows the lack of understanding. And it is very discouraging when a young carer is actually doing something essential, like food shopping. So it's absolutely key that we try to get people to understand the practical problems and the pressures faced by many young carers. And that's why I believe a young carer's ID card is so important. But it's not just a card. To be truly effective, it also needs schools, local authorities, health services, businesses, transport companies, and many more to gain a better understanding of what it means to be a young carer. Now, the national model for a young carer's ID card is an important step towards delivering our vision, that young carers are recognised, helped and supported to access services wherever and whenever they need them. So since 2019, we've been working with the local authorities and Carers Trust Wales to progress the national model for a young carer's identity card. We were able to provide up to 200,000 of funding in 2021 to help 17 local authorities plan and test new ideas and processes for an ID card. And I'm really delighted that in North Wales, you started with the idea of a joint approach, which has expanded to include you all from Anglesey across to Wrexham. So that's really brilliant. And I know Neil said in his introduction about the fact that you had to build on a card that was already there. And so thank you. And I think that's the fact that it stretches across North Wales is a huge advantage. So we need to continue to build momentum in the second year of the national project. All 22 local authorities will be able to access the funding, 150,000 for 2021-22. And there will be real positives for the young carers in the 5 remaining local authorities as they develop their activity and launch their ID cards, with all of us helping to achieve the national vision. Because by 2022, I want any young carer in Wales to be able to access and have an ID card if they want one, and use it to gain the recognition, help and support they need. So I know this year has been very difficult for everyone, but I am optimistic that by working together, we can improve lives for all carers in Wales. I'm certain that we will overcome the challenges created by this pandemic, working towards a positive and brighter future for young carers here in Wales. So thank you all so much, and particularly the young carers. And I think this is a great day, the launch of this young carers ID card for the whole of North Wales. And I do hope that it's going to make things easier, and I'm sure it will. So thank you very much. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Thank you, Debbie.
And if I could just say, I can stay until 6 o'clock, but then I will have to disappear. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, thank you, Deputy. Thank you for your support and your kind words about the development of the scheme in North Wales. We're very proud of our young carers and the work they've done with this, and thank you very much for your support and your endorsement. The next part of the agenda is very exciting. I don't know if you've got the same as I have, but it's the big reveal is what's on my agenda. So I'm really looking forward to that. But we're going to hear, I think, from Sophie about some quotes from young carers themselves. Is that right, Sophie? Are you there? Yes.
I am indeed. Hello. Before I start, I hope you don't mind, but my name's Sophie. I previously was a young carer from an extremely young age. I was supported all the way through, went to young adult carers too. Wicked has had the grace of supporting me for such a really, really long time. And I'm now at uni and I'm back at Wicked to come and help all other young carers who, you know, need it really. Also, I'm not going to lie, I kind of kept getting emotional just listening to it all. So okay. So first quote is from Jasmine, age 13. She's from Gwynedd Young Carers. For me, being a young carer can be hard at times, but also rewarding at the same time. Being a young carer has given me experience for skills I'll need when I'm older. I've struggled a lot during COVID, mainly with my mental health. The same has been for my mum. Both her physical and mental health has got worse during COVID. The Young Carers ID card would be beneficial for young carers because we won't have to explain things to people such as pharmacists anymore, and people would recognise it more than think it's a lie. Second one from Elliot. This ID card and app will benefit young carers like me across North Wales very highly, allowing me to get the help I need if in a much easier way. If there's allow me to get the help I need in a much easier way if there's a problem. In my opinion, it is a great idea, and it will also be much easier for young people that don't want to talk in front of others. The app is handy for people that have phones, as they will not be able to lose their ID card. And the ID wristband is a very good idea for people that do not have phones or an ID card. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophie. Thank you for that. As I said, those quotes are really powerful, and thank you for sharing your experience as well. And it's right to get emotional sometimes, isn't it? You know, because that's the way we feel. And thank you very much for sharing that. Next, I think a video from Bethan. Is that right? Yes. How are we sharing this? Excellent.
Helo, fy enw i ydy Bethan Jones a rydw yn un o'r plentyn sy'n gweithio at y gofalwyr ifanc. I mi mae cerdyn yn mwy pwysig oherwydd mae'n rhoi rhyw fath o hyder i fi. Fi defnyddio'r cerdyn yn y siopa, yn yr ysgol a pob man. Dwi'n defnyddio'r cerdyn o dydd i dydd. Efo help ac yma chi, rydyn ni'n gallu wneud hwn digwydd a rydyn ni'n gallu sicrhau bod lleisiau ni'n cael ei glywed i pob un gofalwyr ifanc. Eich cefnogaeth gan clwbiau chi, mae'n golygu gymaint yn pob un o'n ni. A hefyd mae'n rhoi rhyw fath o hwbhyder i y plentyn sy'n angenol. Hi, my name is Bethan Jones and I am one of many people who make up the Young Carers. For me, this ID card gives me a confidence boost. I use my ID card daily. I use this card in stores, in public areas and even in school. When we show this, it means something. With your help and support, we can make this launch happen. And we can make our voices heard for each and every single young carer that is out there. Your support from your clubs will mean so much to every young carer because it will give the young carers themselves the confidence boost they need.
Thank you. It's a great video, really showed our partnership and working together. And it's a very catchy tune, wasn't it? You found yourself, I found myself jinging along to it. So I don't know if that was just me, but fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing that. And then finally in this, I think it's Faith, but I request the young carers to give the big reveal.
So yeah. This is our new ID card and wristband that we've all designed.
Excellent. It's very colourful, very bright, very distinctive, and you know, it's a design that, you know, reflects all of us, you know, as a partnership. So great work on that. Fantastic. And that's the ID band, yes? Brilliant. Fantastic. So we can all see on the screen how it looks, and thank you for all your efforts to design that and make it work. That's brilliant. Okay. If that's okay, then the next part of the agenda, we've got we've got Councillor Dilwyn Morgan, the Cabinet Member for Children and Young People at Gwynedd County Council, who's going to talk about the importance of the card for young carers in Gwynedd and in North West Wales.
Diolch yn fawr, Neil. Y peth cyntaf mae rhaid i mi ddweud, dydw i mond nabod rhai o'na chi ers be hanner awr, ond mae'r argraff da chi wedi wneud anai'n barod. Da chi jyst yn bobl ifanc anhygoel, a mae'r gair amazing hyd yn oed yn gryfach nag anhygoel, dwi'n meddwl. Ac yn sicr, da chi'n mynd i dyfu fyny fod yn bobl anhygoel. Mae'n dipyn o fraint i mi ddweud gwir, cael just eich cyfarfod chi a clywed eich stori chi, a pa mor ofnadwy o bwysig ydy bod pobl yn clywed y stori yna. Dwi'n meddwl bod ni angen gwneud llawer iawn o waith i ddeud y stori yna. Beth bynnag, efo chydig o eiriau, dwi'n mynd yn ôl i'r sgript. Fel cynghorydd, maen nhw'n rhoi sgript i mi oherwydd bod fi'n hen a bod fi chydig bach yn ffysi i gymharu â chi. Ond yn llythrennol mae yn fraint bersonol iawn i mi fod yma fel cynghorydd aelod cabinet dros blant a phobl ifanc yng Ngwynedd. Dwi mor falch o gael y cyfle yma i'ch cefnogi chi heddiw. A mae mor bwysig dydy fel o'n i'n dweud bod eich ymroddiad chi i'r bobl sy'n annwl i chi yn cael ei gydnabod yn y gymuned. Mae lawnsio cerdyn adnabod yn ffordd bendant o'r mwy o statws i chi fel gofalwyr ifanc. A mae'r gwaith fydd yn dilyn, mae yna lawer iawn o waith i'w wneud eto, mae'r gwaith fydd yn dilyn heddiw i godi ymwybyddiaeth pellach o'r cerdyn adnabod. Dwi'n meddwl yn mynd i fod yn ffordd wych ac arbennig iawn o dynnu sylw at y gwaith amhrisiadwy da chi'n wneud, dim jyst i'ch anwyliad, ond i'n cymunedau ni hefyd ac i gymdeithas. Ydych chi yn galluogi'ch rhiant, brawd, chwaer neu ffrind neu gymydog i wella ansawdd bywyd trwy'ch help a chymroddiad chi. A dwi'n gobeithio bydd y cerdyn yn cyfhau y gefnogaeth da ni'n gallu rhoi i chi. Gyda chefnogaeth Llywodraeth Cymru, mae Cynghora Gwynedd ac Ynys Môn wedi mynd ati i ddatblygu app fel ffyrdd ar gerdyn adnabod digidol. Gai bwysleisio fydd yr app ddim ar gael o heddiw ymlaen, gan i bod hi fenter mor newydd, rydyn ni'n mynd i dreialu yr app mewn 4 ysgol uwchradd, 2 yng Ngwynedd a 2 ym Môn, i gychwyn gyda 8 gofalydd ifanc yn y lle cyntaf yn defnyddio yr app, oherwydd da ni'n meddwl bod hi'n bwysig iawn na chi fel gofalwyr sydd yn deud wrtha ni beth da chi eisiau'r app wneud felly. Felly, byddwn ni'n rhannu'r dysgu yma efo gweddill y siroedd ar draws y gogledd fel da ni'n datblygu'r app. A dwi rwan am i chi weld ffilm fer i ddangos i chi ychydig o potensial yr app fydd yn helpu gofalwyr ifanc. A dyma chi un esiampl o waith yr app, sef yn y ffilm yma, gofalwyr yn gallu cyfathrebu yn haws efo'i ysgolion. Gobeithio byddwch chi'n meddwl bod y ffilm yn rhoi rhyw flas i chi o reality bywyd gofalwyr ifanc ac yn help i esbonio beth yw'ch sefyllfa chi. Felly mi wna i gloi fela efo'r un a nes i gychwyn. Mae o'n wirioneddol yn anrhydedd i fod yma heno. Diolch.
Diolch yn fawr, Councillor Morgan. Great to hear about the developments and the app development, which is, really exciting, and taking us rightly using technology with our carers ID card. So fantastic, diolch yn fawr. Can I now ask colleagues to actually show the message of support we've had for the ID card initiative? I think Newcis will play some videos around that. Is that correct? I'm getting nods. It's always good when I get nods. Claire? Yeah. Or Alice?
Sound, Alice.
Is anybody else not getting the sound? I can't hear this.
Bod ni'n mynd i fod yn dathlu diwrnod. Helo na, Iola Williams yma. Dwi jyst eisiau dweud diolch o galon a da iawn chi, bob un o'r gofalwyr ifanc sydd allan yna. Da chi'n arwyr go iawn. Dwi'n gwybod bod rhai o'ch chi'n cael amser anodd ofnadwy, a dwi'n falch iawn i glywed bod ni'n mynd i fod yn dathlu diwrnod y gofalwyr ifanc. Dwi'n mond rwan yn dechrau deall yn union faint o waith da chi'n rhoi mewn. Mae mam yn hen, mae'n mam bron yn 90 oed, a mae angen gofal cyson. Dwi'n fyny lawr fel ioio i gweld hi bob wythnos. Ond wrth gwrs, da chi'n gorfod wneud hyn 4 awr a 20 y dydd. Felly, diolch o galon i chi. Da chi'n wirioneddol yn arwyr go iawn. Hello there, it's Iola Williams here, and I just wanted to say a massive thank you and a huge congratulations to all of you young carers out there. You really are the unsung heroes of this world. It's only now, with my mother approaching 90 years old, she's very old, very infirm. I go up and down like a yo-yo at least once a week to see her. It's only now that I really appreciate how much work all of you put in. And of course, you've often got to do this 24 hours a day. So a massive thank you, and I'm so pleased that we are now celebrating the Young Carers Day as well, because you thoroughly deserve it. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you so much, all of you.
I just wanted to record a very quick video to say the biggest thank you to the young carers in North Wales. You are all heroes, and you have all had to sacrifice something to do the work that you do, and you're all incredible. I take my hat off to you.
Hi, I'm Kate from Carers Trust Wales, and I'm so pleased that today Young Carers ID cards are being launched right across North Wales and in other parts of the country. We know they will make a big difference to young carers. Young carers have long told us that they want to have an ID card to help them let people like doctors, pharmacists and teachers know about their caring responsibilities. Carers Trust Wales is proud to have worked with Welsh Government, local authorities, our network partners and other young carer services to help make this a reality. Anyone, including young carers and professionals from across Wales, can log on to our website, carers.org/YCID, to find all sorts of information and resources to help us all work together to make the ID card scheme a success.
I just want to say a quick message to all the young carers. Thanks very much for all your hard work, and enjoy your evening.
Hi, Wayne Evans here. Great to hear about this new initiative, the Young Carers ID card. To all those young carers out there, I'm sending you loads of love.
Helo, Emma Wilford ydw i. Wedi cael gyrru neges o gefnogaeth i'r gofalwyr ifanc sydd yn y lansiad heddiw yma, ond hefyd i holl gofalwyr ifanc Gogledd Cymru. Da chi yn bobl anhygoel ac ysbrydoledig, a mae beth ydych chi'n gwneud a'r gofal ydych chi'n rhoi eich teuluoedd chi wir yn anhygoel. Dwi'n gwybod bod eich teuluoedd chi ddim yn unig yn ddiolchgar am y holl ofal ydych chi'n rhoi iddyn nhw, ond hefyd maen nhw'n hynod o falch o'r math o bobl ydych chi. Dwi'n wir hefyd yn gobeithio y bydd y carden adnabod yn galluogi chi i gael y gydnabyddiaeth a'r gefnogaeth ydych chi angen ac yn heiddi.
Great, thank you. Great to see some of the most recognised faces in Wales, endorsing our scheme, and well done to all the team for actually working so hard to get those endorsements, which I'm sure people were very glad to give them. But obviously it takes a bit of work to make those connections. So well done to the team. Thank you. I'm now going to pass on to Councillor Phil Wynne from Wrexham Council to talk about Wrexham's perspective around education, and also potentially, I think, around links with Wrexham Football Club. Is that right, Councillor Wynne?
Thanks very much, Neil. Good evening, everyone. It's a great shame that circumstances dictate that we can't be together in person this evening to celebrate Young Carers Action Day, but thankfully Zoom has come to the rescue. So a big thank you to everybody, especially a number of young carers who have been involved in putting together our virtual gathering. For me today is as much about us adults putting it out there that we want you, our young carers, to get the recognition you deserve for the love and commitment you provide your families. With the assistance of our Welsh Government, we are able today to celebrate the launch of the All Wales Young Carers ID card, which for me was, the message was brought on by young carer Faith, who so eloquently made the case on BBC Wales. So I think the Minister's gone, but a big thank you to the Minister and our Welsh Government for funding that piece of work. So while still in lockdown, there's much going on in North Wales as regards helping to improve the lives of young carers, led by Credu, Wicked Young Carers, Newcis and Action for Children. And that work I know is only going to grow over the next year. An exciting project that I've recently been working with and has come together has been the partnership our regional young carer charities have struck up with Wrexham Football Club, who have very quickly got behind promoting today's Action Day. I know the club are keen to work with young carers projects as lockdown is lifted. So a big thank you to Club Director Humphrey Kerr, the team manager and players, and especially to the club's Disability Liaison Officer, Kerry Evans, for working with us. I know Kerry's with us and she'll speak next. We also owe a big thank you to Hollywood-based club owners Ryan Reynolds and Rob McAnally, I hope I got that right, for generously donating tonight's televised game receipts towards the work our regional young carer charities will be carrying out this year. Wearing my lead member hat for education, I'm excited to confirm that myself and Wrexham education officers have recently linked up with the Newmark Charitable Foundation trustees, Peter and Rebecca, with regards to the foundation rolling out their North Wales Young Carers project, which will involve a proven way of helping school pastoral teams to identify and support young carers. The project is also commissioning work to be carried out by Professor Saul Becker, who's a leading expert on research on young carers. I know my colleagues, Councillor Andrew Atkinson, who is the lead member for Children's Services in Wrexham, is currently working with officers on bringing forward later in the year a young carers strategy in Wrexham. So I'm quite excited about that piece of work coming forward. So 2021 is going to be an exciting year for young carers, and I very much look forward to meeting up with you guys this time next year. Thank you, Neil.
Thank you very much, Phil. Thank you for that, and thank you for your promotion and development of the card alongside colleagues in Wrexham. You mentioned Kerry Evans from Wrexham Football Club. Kerry with us to speak next, please.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
My name's Kerry Evans. I'm the Disability Liaison Officer at Wrexham Football Club, but I do an awful lot of work with community leads. I work on a lot of projects within the community, so that's why I've got involved on this particular project. Firstly, I'd like to say I'm very, very honoured to be here and to have been part of all this lead up to Young Carers Action Day. We are very, very proud at Wrexham Football Club to have been asked, we feel very privileged to have been asked to come on board and help highlight Young Action Day. Our club is very dedicated to raising awareness of the outstanding work that young carers do within our local community. And I think that this relationship will only grow. I mean, this is for me just the start. Once we get rid of lockdown and we can welcome young carers to Wrexham Football Club, we can get young carers to meet the team. We're hoping to do tickets for young carers. So this is an ongoing relationship that I hope will continue for lots of time to come. We had a wonderful Zoom meeting last Thursday where a number of our players and our team, our first team manager actually came and spoke to young carers. And on the Friday I went in to the club and all I got told by everybody was they were very sad that everyone wanted to ask them questions because they would have far rather heard more about the young carers. They were very, very inspired. Our team manager has actually pledged £100 today for young carers that want to watch the match on the stream, because he was so taken by the young carers and, you know, and their inspiring stories. The reason I was so passionate about wanting to lead on this particular work in the community was the fact that I'm actually a wheelchair user myself. I went into a wheelchair at the age of 30. It was an overnight thing. I'd been an able-bodied person up till the age of 30. My daughter at the time was only 7. And went from an able-bodied mum to a mum in a wheelchair that was paralysed. And young carers were actually a massive part of my daughter Casey's life. She was a young carer herself for many, many years. So I'm very passionate about the cause. I'm very, very on board with the charity, and any way that I can continue to help the relationship between young carers and Wrexham Football Club, I will lead this as far as I can. I'd just like to thank you for having me this evening. We're so proud this evening to be dedicating our Eastleigh game starting at 7 o'clock tonight. All our money raised is actually going to young carers. So I hope that finally when lockdown ends, young carers get some, perhaps a few days away for holidays and things that money will help with. But on behalf of Wrexham Football Club, I would like to thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Kerry. Someone's, yeah, absolutely. I think my sound dipped a bit. Can you hear me okay? Can I just check? Can you put your thumb up if you can hear me? Great. There was particular thumbs up when you mentioned tickets there, Kerry. So
Well, we've actually had a pledge today for another 10 tickets to be funded for young carers. So if young carers do enjoy tonight and they've enjoyed the stream, I will be getting back in touch with Alice and Claire to actually discuss that we have actually got another 10 free passes for another game. So if children have enjoyed tonight, then there is the scope to actually have another 10. And when we do have fans back in the ground, I've already discussed with our director that we will have tickets available to young carers to actually come in and watch games.
Thank you very much, Kerry. It's great to have your support, and you spoke, you spoke with real passion yourself. So thank you ever so much.
Not a problem. Thank you.
We forgot a video earlier. I don't know how that happened, but we can play it now. Is it from Minismon? Is that right, Alice? Could we please play that video before the next part of the agenda, please?
Capital, bore da a chroeso mawr i'r sioe brecwast cymaint o ganeuon anhygoel ar y ffordd ar y cyfer bore yma. Hefyd, gawn ni bod mwy am gerdyn adnabod ac newid sbon sydd ar gael i ofalwyr ifanc ar draws siroedd gogledd Cymru. Mwy am hynny yn y man. Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show. If you're getting ready for school, we've got some great songs on the way just for you. But as well, did you know there's an exciting new ID card and app that's available for young carers across the North Wales region? We'll be telling you more about that in just a bit.
Thank you. It's a really good video that really got over the realities of young carers' lives and how.
I want a Wrexham football club. I want a Wrexham football.
Hello. And how the card and the app can help. I think. Is there anything else, Alice, in terms of videos?
Yeah. Can I just play one more video from Wrexham Football Club, please?
You can. I saw that on the agenda. Yep, please.
Football wants to shine a light on a very special kind of invisible hero. A young person who's looking after parents and siblings with disability or else.
Hi, I'm Kerry Evans, the Disability Liaison Officer at Wrexham AFC. We at Wrexham AFC are very proud to be highlighting and celebrating Young Carers Action Day 2021 at our game against Eastleigh on Tuesday night. Our club is very dedicated to raising awareness of the outstanding work that young carers do within our local community.
This includes children who look after someone who's struggling with mental health or addiction.
Young carers do an awful lot, like jobs around the home, schools and education,
and many are hidden, meaning they don't get the recognition or support that they deserve.
Up to 1 in 12 children are a carer, and some don't even realise they are. Some thrive without support, but many fall behind in school, become isolated, and don't get recognition for the amazing skills they've developed. Young carers have often developed amazing talents like organisational skills, empathy for others, and practical skills. We're lucky as young footballers, like many other sports people, to receive the support and pursue our sport and succeed in our education.
Young carers deserve support too.
There is some support out there through organisations such as WCD Young Carers, WCIS and Action for Children.
They offer a safe space to talk about their worries. They do fun activities, and the young carers who are part of this organisation really make a huge difference to their lives.
Even through lockdown, they have been getting together over Zoom and taking part in online clubs, as well as getting support with What Matters Most. Today is really important for the Young Carers Action Day.
Young Carers changed the name from awareness to action because the time has come for action to be taken up for support to be offered.
We at Wrexham AFC are proud to be taking action by launching the Young Carers ID card for North and Mid Wales. Young carers wanted this card to ensure they are no longer misunderstood.
It also means teachers, doctors and so on can recognise their special responsibilities and support them. If you're a young carer or one of the numbers below, get an ID card.
Thank you. I could see Councillor Wynn's smile getting broader and broader with all the comments from the Wrexham footballers, but it's been fantastic to have that support from Wrexham Football Club. So thank you, Kerry, and it's great to have that partnership going forward. The final major part of the agenda is the contributions from Newcis, Credy and Action for Children. So can I ask you, please, to speak? Is it Maria first from Action for Children?
Hi, yes, it is. Helo, Maria Buckley. Fi di arweinydd tîm y gwasanaeth gweithio efo prosiectau gofalwyr ifanc Ynys Môn a Gwynedd efo gweithredu dros blant. Hi, my name is Maria Buckley. I'm the service team leader for the Ynys Môn and Gwynedd Young Carers services with Action for Children. So rydyn ni gweithredu dros blant yn hynod gyffrous am ddyfodol y cerdyn ID gofalwyr ifanc. Mae hyn wedi bod yn rhywbeth sydd wedi drafod ers blynyddoedd lawer. A nawr ei fod yn digwydd o'r diwedd, mae'n hollol wych. Mae hyn yn mynd i wneud gwahaniaeth enfawr i fywydau gofalwyr ifanc yn ymarferol ac yn emosiynol. Nawr mae'r gwaith caled yn cychwyn go iawn. Mae'r gofalwyr ifanc yn dibynnu arnom ni i godi ymwybyddiaeth o falwyr ifanc ac wrth gwrs y cerdyn ID, a sicrhau bod newidiadau cadarnhaol yn cael ei gwneud i helpu i adnabod y miloedd o falwyr ifanc cudd allan yna a chynna iddynt. Ar gyfer gofalwyr ifanc Ynys Môn a Gwynedd, mae gweithredu dros blant yma i'ch cefnogi chi. Diolch am wrando.
Diolch, Maria. Thank you very much. There's some comments that the sound is still faint. I'm trying to shout into this little microphone now, so I hope you can hear me. Claire, are you next from Newcis, please?
I am, yes. Hi everybody, I'm Claire Sullivan from Newcis, and as you've heard, we have the service for young carers in Flintshire. Just like to thank everyone for attending this evening and showing your support for all our young carers across North Wales and Mid Wales. Newcis has been delighted to be involved in the development of the card and the wristband and the app, and we're really, really hopeful for the future, for the next coming 12 months to make this work. But what we need now is for everyone's help. This isn't just tonight. We need everyone's support to pass on the information that you've heard tonight. You've heard from our young carers and you've heard from key people in our region. We need families, friends, our schools, our colleges, all the professionals we work with, the employers that you see each day. We need our GPs and our pharmacies and all our favourite stores when they finally open to know about this young carer ID card. The success of the card is dependent on the public awareness. There's no two ways about it. And when a young carer is showing their card, that person needs to be aware of the importance of the role that that young person holds in their family and in their home. It's so important, and without that awareness and talking to your family, your friends and your colleagues, people won't understand what the card means. If a young person is showing that card to you, they're asking you for help, so please give it to them, listen to them. And if you need help from the organisations across North Wales, you've heard that we're all here, Action for Children, Newcis and Credu, give them our number, let them know that we're here. Gaining a card for a young person is really, really simple. It's an email or a phone call to any one of the organisations, and it really is as simple as that. So just to say thank you so much everybody for attending. We've had a great attendance, and look forward to having your support for the next 12 months to get this really, really rolled out across our area for young carers. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. As well said, we all need to work together really to make it work now. So finally, Jen from Credu.
Hi everyone, I'm Jen from Credu representing WCD Young Carers, and that was a brilliant call to action, Claire. I second that. So thank you everyone for first of all for listening to young carers and for recognising what they do and that it's important yet challenging, and above all for taking supportive action with young carers on their terms by funding, launching and publicising this Young Carers ID card. So it's a massive thank you to the Welsh Government, Carers Trust, the local authorities across the board, the lovely celebrities we've seen here tonight, and Wrexham Football Club. My goodness, you've been amazing, and Kerry, you've been incredible. Thank you, and your colleagues, and Councillor Wynne, thank you for making that incredible link. But a very, very special thank you to all the young carers who've worked so hard to make the card and to design it and to make this launch happen, to make it real. And thank you to all young carers. That's all young carers. You are doing the most amazing thing a human being can do. So by caring, that's the most important job there is, the most important job there can be. So if you are a carer from Wrexham, Conwy, Denbighshire or Powys, you can get in touch with Wicked. Or as you've heard, you can also get in touch with Action for Children for Gwynedd and Mon, and for Newcis for Flintshire. So as well as ID cards, when you get in touch with us, you can get a whole range of support. But we start off with listening to you and what matters to you. Other young carers get they want to join in young carers groups, join in fun trips, get one-to-one support, and access a whole range of personal development opportunities. but whatever happens, we start with you and what matters to you and work from there. So massive diolch yn fawr iawn everyone, and they've just also to just encourage everybody to have a fantastic time watching the game tonight. The proceeds are going to young carers and making sure they have a fantastic celebration post-lockdown. So diolch yn fawr iawn pawb.
Thank you, Jen, and thank you, Claire and Maria, for fantastic, eloquent, well, you know, what did you say? Call to action, I think you said, Jen, from what Claire was saying, and you've all brought that across in different ways about the needs for us all to actually keep that going, keep that action going. Someone said in the chat that it's been a fantastic launch, with the carers being the stars of the show, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think we should give our young carers a round of applause. If you want to take yourself off mute, please do so. So thank you. Okay. I don't want to hold up proceedings any further because I know there's an after party which is only just for the young carers. No adults or professionals are allowed. So that's myself and you well truly told. But it has been a fantastic launch. I feel really proud and humbled to be part of this this team in the region that's helped develop this. And really, you know, our young carers have done fantastic work together to bring this about. And the team that has been involved has done fantastically well to bring this launch to such a state today. As it says in the agenda, now the real work starts here, and we need everyone's help. The card, the app, the band will work well, but it will only work if it's recognised, observed and respected across the public and other sectors in North Wales. And that's our job to make that happen. And I've no doubt we will. We've got some fantastic high-profile endorsement and support tonight. The Deputy Minister, you know, key senior colleagues in all the councils, the Health Board have been involved, Wrexham Football Club have been fantastic. You know, we've got celebrity endorsement, as we've said, and rightly so. So I'd like to thank you all for your attendance. I hope you can hear me. I'm sorry if it went a bit quiet at times, but I think you'll agree it's been a fantastic launch. Thank our young carers again for everything that they're doing and everything they've done in the development of this scheme. Hope you have a lovely evening, and hope the after party goes well. So thank you very much. Okay.